Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard to Starship and Normal Prize for another episode of Homeworld shipbuilding series where we're playing Complex 9.1 and we're building the Vaygr ships. Okay, so I need to quickly get back here because when I was in the process of building the there we go, now we got music again. The process of building the next round of ships, we were getting attacked by the Higarans. So, and also one of you guys said I could probably just set this up to where it only plays Homeworld music. Problem is, actually, let's see if I can quickly get this to where it's supposed to be. Because I don't know how many tracks are on here. There we go. So now we got that all set. It looks like the fight is over from the Higarans that were attacking us earlier, but I don't have anything defending my mothership, so let's go ahead and get this going. So in this episode, we will be checking out the cruisers and battlecruisers and battleships that you can... 1 second. It's the new year, so I gotta save. But we'll be checking out the cruisers, battleships, and battlecruisers, and battleships that you can build on the Vaygr side. Now, cruisers and battleships, I don't know if they're technically classifications of ship types in this game, but to me they are, because cruisers are more powerful than destroyers, but weaker than battlecruisers, and battleships are much more powerful than battlecruisers and have more health and everything. So to me, it makes sense that they are in their own little categories. But anyways, the first ship we're looking at right here is the cruiser. It's just a normal cruiser. This is your first cruiser class ship that you can build. And out of all of the Vaygr designs, this one to me is my favorite. I love the way this ship looks and I love the way it operates. So this ship has one dual kinetic cannon turret, which I believe is this one right here. It has two small, single barrel kinetic cannon turrets, which I believe, yep, there are these ones down here at the bottom. It also has 12 anti-capital ship fusion missile launchers, which are these things on the side. So 6 here and 6 here. And it also has a advanced anti-capital ship heavy fusion mine, which it launches from, I don't exactly know where. I think it's from the top. Or it might be from the front. I don't know, it launches it somewhere. But anyways, this is a ship that you would be used against other cruiser class ships. It's very effective against destroyers. It can kill frigates, but I would say it would probably be good against small groups of frigates, not large groups. Because it does have the kinetic cannon turrets to fight frigates, but they don't do a lot of damage and they have a slow reload time. Same with the missiles and mines. So against a large group of ships that can do like 20 something frigates against this thing will probably struggle. And it's not powerful enough to take on battleships. It could probably cripple them, but it won't be able to do a ship-on-ship combat style against them. Okay, and then the next one we have after that is the artillery ship, artillery cruiser, which is this one here. Now, the artillery cruiser, you can actually build a couple things on it. You can build a mortar missile battery, which is a long-range anti-capital ship weapon that has a really slow reload time, but allows you to do a massive amount of damage from far away. Frontal ion cannon weapon, which allows it to have a powerful ion cannon in the front to do a massive amount of damage, and laser pulse turrets, which gives it anti-frigate capabilities. So this ship's, it also has the missile launcher, but this main ship, its primary purpose is a long-range support ship that helps with taking out destroyers and frigates. So if you paired one of these up with your cruiser, they would be a pretty good pairing when it comes to taking down small groups of destroyers, frigates, or other cruiser class ships. And now after that, you have your ion cruiser. And your ion cruiser comes with 2 heavy ion cannon beams, which you can see right here in the front, kind of like vertical tie-down heavy cruiser style. You also have your 8 fletchet cannons, which gives it protection against bombers and fighters. You can see they're over here. Doop, 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 doop. And then it also has 8 anti-capital ship fusion missile launchers, which are these little things up here on top. I like how you can see the torpedo tubes. That's cool. So this guy is more of a I would say destroyer and cruiser killer. So it probably would be the same classification as the normal cruiser ship, but using ion cannons instead of missiles, which means that since it's not going to be launching, well, I mean, it has missiles, but since it has ion cannons in the front, ion cannons can't be shot down like missiles can. So this guy would be a little bit more of a challenge to kill than the cruiser class. Where the cruiser, if you just had things that protected it against missiles, like if you're going against Vaygr and use the Guardian class against it, it will be able to protect the main. God dang it! It will be able to protect the fleet because the missiles won't be able to get through, where you can't do that with ion cannons. But anyways, those are the 3 cruiser class ships that you can build on the Vaygr side. Next would be I gotta go to our shipyard. There you are. Next would be the center. Now the center isn't really that much of a combat ship. It is a battlecruiser class ship, but it's more of a really large carrier that can have anti-fighter and anti-corvette defenses to protect it from fighter raids. From fighter raids. And it has a complement of 40 fighters. And let's see, the shipyard can hold 40 as well. The flagship can hold 30. So this ship can literally hold as many fighters as the shipyard. But I don't think it can actually build its own ships. No, but it can have like defense towers and fire control towers that will help out the fighters around it when it's being attacked, or if it is attacking. It's pretty slow, but you can also put a hyperspace module. So one thing that's really cool about this that you could do is build a bunch of fighters here, load up the fighters into the center, hyperspace it into the battle, unload it, hyperspace it back, and get it loaded back up. So it could be a very quick way to transport fighters and corvettes into battle if you really needed to. Okay, and then after that we have our actual battlecruiser. I'm going to go ahead and get the stats. So just like in Homeworld 2, your battlecruiser is your powerful anti-capital ship vehicle. It has the Trinity cannon in the front, which does a massive amount of damage against ships that are against large ships. It has the heavy missile launcher up in front that does a massive amount of damage as well. It's got 3 hull pulsar lasers, 5 hull defense guns, 4 pulsar laser guns, and there's also like other things I believe you can build on, like your modules and heavy cannon turrets, preparation pods, which are boarding pods that kind of act like those little insect things in Star Wars that eat the hull of the enemy ship, damaging them. And then you have a concussion cannon, which helps against corvette defense. So this ship would be good against cruisers, destroyers, other battle cruisers. Okay against frigates. I wouldn't say it would be great against frigates because the Trinity cannon is extremely powerful, but it has a slow recharge rate. So fighting against like a group of 20 or 30 frigates, this thing is going to take a lot of damage because it can only kill like maybe 2 or 3 at a time because of its heavy missiles and whatnot. Now the perforation pods would help out with that because perforation pods is like a swarm of pods that go after the enemy and latch on the ships and eat them alive. So it can definitely still do damage against frigates, but frigates are going to be this guy's weakness. With the, I believe, let me double check one more time on the shipyard, but I don't think it really has, I mean, it's got hull defense guns, but those aren't going to do anything against a large group of fighters. So I would say, oh god, that's okay. Things are getting busy. I would say this thing's weakness is fighters and frigates. Let me go ahead, move everything in.
Reporting. Copy. Course set. Roger.
Guys, get up here and help.
En route. Acknowledged.
So our next ship is the missile battlecruiser. Now the thing that's cool about the missile battlecruiser is it's more of a long-range battlecruiser than the normal battlecruiser. Also, I can move you up.
Destination locked in.
And
Reporting.
let me see.
Mobile refinery under attack.
So the missile battlecruiser again has heavy laser pulsars, hull defense guns, normal pulsar laser guns, but 15 anti-frigate capital ship fusion missiles. It has basically like the battlecruiser. It has like a missile launcher that's about 3 times as big as the normal battlecruiser. So because of that, it has a really long reload time, so this guy isn't really good against frigates. He's good against destroyers, cruisers, and other battlecruisers. But the one thing that is cool is we can actually change out what we want the missile battery to be.
That's all of them.
I think we can do the same thing with the battlecruiser. No, we can't. Okay, so you can have a motor missile battery, which does a massive amount of damage against capital ships, but is really slow, so it can't track like fighters and corvettes, where the concussion missile launcher is really quick, but it's good against corvettes and frigates. It's not quite as fast enough to hit fighters. Then you also have the drone battery, which produces mine layer drones. You can actually have like mine layer drones that follow this guy, deploying like mines in the back, which will take care of like really big capital ships. Enemy brought in a battle arc indeed. And we also have a standard controller, which allows you to arm it with just standard missiles, so they won't be like super powerful like the motors, but they won't be super quick like the concussions. It's kind of a balance between them. And then you have a propulsion controller, which improves the speed of the missiles. Okay, so if you combine that with the concussion missiles, it'll probably be good against fighters. And then a fire rate controller, which increases the fire rate. I don't know, we can only have 2 of these modules. So can we have you? Okay, so only 1 of these. And the drone battery, if you have, will not allow you to upgrade the missiles. Okay, good to know. So you can have fast missiles, which will make it good against fighters. You can... I don't know the difference between standard controller and these ones. You can have a fast fire rate, which will allow you to get more missiles out faster, but you won't be able to... Okay. So you can have concussion, which allows it to be good against corvettes and frigates, motor, which allows it to be good against destroyers and cruisers, drones, which allow you to deploy mines, allowing it to be probably better against frigates, I would say. Don't know what the standard controller does. You can upgrade the speed to make the missiles better against fighters if you take the concussion missiles, and the improved fire rate so you can do more damage and get more missiles out. This would be good like if you're fighting like large groups of frigates, so you can get more missiles out and kill the frigates quicker. But yeah, the enemy is starting to go crazy. So next we will have the battleships.
Flagship is taking heavy fire.
Good gravy. Yeah, we just lost our flagship.
Engage capital ship.
But anyways,
Standing by.
next is the Battleship. Now the Battleship, we can actually build weapons and whatnot on it. And build modules. But what the Battleship is, it looks like the Titan Heavy Cruiser, which I love. But it is a more powerful version than the Battlecruiser. I can't build anything now because I lost my mothership. But anyways, the Battleship is a more powerful version than... Sorry about that. I forgot you actually lose if you lose your mothership. But anyways, the Battleship is a more powerful version than the Battlecruiser. It has... Let me see if I can find it real quick. It has 2 laser turrets, 2 ion turrets, which I believe are the things in front. Anti-capital ship heavy mines, 8 anti-corvette frigate fusion missile launchers, 8 anti-frigate capital ship fusion missile launchers, and anti-capital ship preparation bombs. So he is good against battleships, battlecruisers, cruisers, destroyers, and frigates. It even says in the description it's a death vessel. This thing is deadly against everything.
Reporting. Ready.
Let's go ahead and move all of you guys up in front because we know what happens later on. And now the last thing we have is the Dreadnought. The Dreadnought is the most powerful capital ship that the Vaygr can build. It is the advanced death vessel. This is good against everything. I think the only thing it's not really good against is fighters. It's got 12 anti-capital ship heavy ion cannons, which is a built-in mini phase cannon from the actual Dreadnought. It's got 2 kinetic cannon turrets, giving it a little bit of frigate protection, 4 pulsar laser guns, which give it protection against fighters and corvettes, and 6 anti-frigate capital ship fusion missile launcher, which it has up on top. So yeah, this guy is really good against everything. The only thing it could probably get overwhelmed with are fighters and corvettes, and maybe frigates. I mean, it's got anti-frigate capital missile or fusion missile launchers, but again, the fusion missile launchers take a while to load. So against fighters, corvettes, and frigates, this thing's weak against. But everything else, it is really, really strong against.
Acknowledged.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and build up a defense force. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to show you guys all the production class ships. So yeah, so we're going to build all of these and then build all the platforms. I'm probably going to do all of this in one video, and that's just because of there's not a whole lot of production ships and platforms that the Vaygr get compared to the Higarans, so it doesn't have to be an entire dedicated video. But yeah. Actually, scratch that. I kind of didn't realize I was already at 20 minutes. So we'll just make that another video. So it'll be the same as the Higarans. It'll be a 4-episode series. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this so far. Please leave a like if you did. If you like what I do, consider subscribing, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Vaygr have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.